Hello, my dear friends. Have you ever felt that the passing years are quietly draining your energy and dimming the brightness of your skin? Maybe you've started noticing more strands of hair left behind on your pillow, tangled in your brush, or clogging your shower drain. These may seem like minor issues, even vain at times, but they can touch something deeply personal, our self-worth, our reflection, and the way we connect with the world. I'm Dr. Alicia, and today, on Dr. Alicia's MedTalk, I want to talk about this openly, like two old friends catching up over coffee, because I've seen time and time again in my practice that getting the right information at just the right moment can mean the difference between growing older with energy and independence or fading slowly into reliance and resignation. One of the biggest misconceptions I encounter is the belief that thinning hair or baldness is an unavoidable part of aging, dictated by our genetics. Many people think it's a fate sealed by the DNA we inherited from our parents and grandparents. But here's the truth. While genes play a role, the everyday choices we make, those small, seemingly insignificant habits we follow without even thinking, have a much larger impact on the health of our hair than most people realize. Think about it. How often do you go through your hair care routine on autopilot, never questioning if your long-held habits might be doing more harm than good? It's often in these unconscious routines where the real culprits lie. Today, I want to help you shine a light on those hidden, silent villains, starting with a very common one that millions of people unknowingly repeat every day: taking excessively hot showers. It feels wonderful, doesn't it? That steaming water wrapping around you like a warm embrace, especially on chilly mornings, but that comforting sensation is deceiving. For your scalp, hot water is not a hug, it's a daily attack. Picture your scalp as a delicate garden and your hair follicles as fragile little plants. Now imagine watering those plants every day with boiling water. That's essentially what you're doing to your scalp with hot showers. The intense heat opens your skin's pores too widely, weakens the roots, and slowly deteriorates the structure of each follicle. And since our skin becomes thinner and more sensitive as we age, this daily thermal shock causes accumulative damage, accelerating hair loss over time. But the solution is beautifully simple and completely free. Just switch to warm, not hot water. Tell me honestly, do you love hot showers? Were you aware they might be damaging your hair? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's move on to the second mistake, a sneaky one hiding in plain sight on your bathroom shelf. How you apply your shampoo. Most people squeeze a generous amount of shampoo straight onto the top of their heads, rubbing vigorously, thinking the lather equals cleanliness. But this common method delivers a concentrated chemical shock directly to your scalp. Even the mildest shampoos contain cleansing agents that are too harsh when undiluted. This can lead to irritation, dryness, and microinflammation that weakens the follicles and stifles hair growth. The fix: simple again. Pour a small amount of shampoo into your hand, add a splash of water, rub your palms together to create a soft lather, and only then apply it gently to your scalp. This small change can dramatically improve the health of your scalp and prevent long-term damage. Now for mistake number 3, a habit most people think is harmless or even helpful. Scratching your scalp with your fingernails during washing. It might feel like you're giving your scalp a deep clean, but in reality, you're causing countless tiny scratches, like dragging a rake across a tender garden bed. These micro-injuries invite bacteria and inflammation, further weakening the hair follicles and eventually leading to irreversible hair loss. Instead, use the tips of your fingers, not the nails, and massage your scalp gently with small, circular motions. This approach still cleans thoroughly, but also boosts circulation and stimulates growth. If any of this surprised you, please hit that like button so I know you're learning and benefiting from this. These 3 simple mistakes, hot water, direct shampoo application, and nail scratching, are what I call the 3 horsemen of hair loss. I once conducted a study among my patients and found that those who made these mistakes lost up to 5 times more hair than those with better washing habits. And the irony: most of them thought they were doing everything right. That's the power of awareness, of education. And remember, this isn't just about aesthetics. Healthy hair is often a mirror of internal well-being. What's on the outside reflects what's happening inside. It's about a holistic approach to health. And speaking of holistic remedies, let me introduce you to a humble, yet powerful hero in the fight against hair thinning, something many of us already have in our kitchen. I'm talking about coffee. But before you think I'm encouraging you to drink more of it, let me be clear. The magic is not in sipping it, but in applying it directly to the scalp. Through my ongoing research and clinical trials, I've seen how caffeine applied topically acts as a powerful stimulant for hair follicles. Think of it as a wake-up call for sleepy or sluggish roots. Scientific studies now back this up, showing that caffeine, when absorbed through the scalp, can actually help reboot the hair growth cycle even in older adults. It works in 3 amazing ways. First, it's a vasodilator, which means it expands tiny blood vessels and increases circulation in the scalp. This enhanced blood flow brings in oxygen and nutrients, like giving each hair root the best possible soil and fertilizer. Second, caffeine energizes the follicle cells at a microscopic level. Imagine a sleepy little factory that's been working at half speed for years. Caffeine flips on the lights and revs up production again. Third, and perhaps most exciting for those dealing with hereditary baldness, caffeine helps block a hormone called DHT dehydrotestosterone, which is one of the main causes of follicle shrinkage. By shielding your follicles from DHT, caffeine helps preserve their function and allows them to keep producing healthy, resilient hair. This isn't just a folk remedy, it's backed by hard science. I've formulated what I call nutritive coffee water, and the results in my senior patients, even those over 70, have been so encouraging that it's become a cornerstone of my natural treatment approach, making it as delightfully easy. All you need is ground coffee, not instant or capsule coffee, which loses the vital compounds, water, and a spray bottle. Brew a strong espresso-level cup of coffee, then let it cool completely. This is crucial. Remember, we don't want to apply anything warm or hot to the scalp. Once cool, pour it into your spray bottle. Now, 15 minutes before your shower, part your hair into sections and spray the coffee water directly onto your scalp. Focus on the roots, not the hair. Once your entire scalp is covered, gently massage it using just your fingertips in circular motions. This massage helps the caffeine absorb better and promotes circulation. Let the solution sit for 15 minutes. Use this time to relax or sip some herbal tea. After that, shower as usual, using warm water and shampooing gently. One application before each wash is more than enough to start seeing results over time. Now, here's a bonus tip, especially if your hair is feeling dry, coarse, or brittle. As we age, our hair loses its natural oils, and even gentle shampooing can strip away what little moisture remains. But there's a simple way to protect it. About 10 to 15 minutes before applying your coffee water, take a coin-sized amount of coconut oil, warm it between your palms, and apply it only from the mid-length to the ends of your hair, not the scalp. This oil forms a protective layer that shields your hair from dehydration during washing. You'll notice smoother, shinier, and more elastic hair almost immediately. And if you want to go a step further, try rice bran oil. It's rich in vitamin E and antioxidants and offers exceptional nourishment for mature hair. It may take a little effort to find, but trust me, it's worth it. Finally, let's step outside the bathroom for a moment. Did you know that the type of plate you eat from could be quietly contributing to hair loss? Sounds far-fetched, right? But when we serve hot meals on plastic or certain metal plates, they can release harmful substances like hormone disruptors from plastic or heavy metals from stainless steel into our food. Over time, these chemicals interfere with our hormonal balance and nutrient absorption, particularly of hair essential minerals like zinc and iron. The safer, healthier alternative: switch to ceramic or glass dishes. They're non-reactive, safe for hot food, and far more elegant. To consider wooden or bamboo utensils in place of metal ones. These small lifestyle adjustments, when combined, reduce your toxic exposure and support your overall wellness. Surprised? You're not alone. That's why I love sharing these insights on Dr. Alicia's MedTalk, because true health is built on informed, mindful choices. Let's quickly review our battle plan. First, treat your scalp gently. Use warm water, pre-lather your shampoo, and massage with fingertips. Second, stimulate hair growth with nutritive coffee water. Third, protect your hair strands with natural oils before washing. Fourth, switch to ceramic or glass plates to reduce chemical exposure. These aren't monumental tasks. They're simple, affordable habits that anyone can adopt. Your hair's future and your overall health is shaped not by your age or your genetics, but by the consistent care you offer yourself every day. Let me tell you about Mariella, a delightful 76-year-old patient who once told me she had given up on her thinning hair. She thought it was her genetic fate. But she tried these changes. 3 months later, she returned to my clinic glowing, wearing a bright flower clip in her now fuller hair. "Doctor," she said, "this really works. I feel younger. That's what it's all about. Not just hair, but joy, self-confidence, and a renewed sense of vitality. When we care for our hair, we're also caring for our spirit. So, dear friend, I leave you with this thought. What small step will you take today for your well-being? Share it in the comments. I'll be reading each one and cheering you on. Don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Alicia's MedTalk and hit the bell, so you don't miss our next episode where we'll uncover a surprising food that enhances memory and cognitive strength. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself. You deserve it.